Okay, so let's talk about proportional perimeters theorem. So proportional perimeters theorem basically states, I'm not going to get all fancy about it, it basically says that if I have one triangle that's similar to another triangle, what little bar here? Yes, I can. You're welcome. If I have one triangle that's similar to another triangle, then as I walk around the perimeter of the triangle, their perimeters will be proportional. So this triangle is a third of the size of this triangle, right? Because each side is 3 times as big. So we're going to use that today. So basically down here, this perimeter is proportional to this perimeter. Oh, and our scale factor's over here. All right, so once you write down this example, you don't need to write down all of this, just write down these 2 pictures. Okay, so as I look at these 2 figures, I notice that we've got 16 times the square root of 5. Let's get rid of that first, okay, because this just doesn't make much sense when we're comparing over here. So root 5, I don't know what root 5 is, but I do know what root 4 is. What's the square root of 4? 2. So the square root of 5 is just going to be a little bit more than that. And I'm only saying that because when you do this, it's important to know that you're pretty close to what you're supposed to be finding. So 16 times the square root of 5. Can somebody put the square root of 5 in a calculator for me and tell me what you get? 2.2. What's 16 times 2.2? 2.2. 35 and 2/10. Okay. So let's say this side is now 35 and 2/10. Let's go back. Does that make sense? What's 16 times 2? 32. So a little bit more than that would be, that makes sense? 35? Okay, good. So now we're going to talk about this larger triangle compared to this smaller triangle. It tells us that they're similar. So I'm going to say triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. And if AB is 16, that's also compared to XY, correct? Which is 24. So we know this, right? And we're going to compare it to walking around ABC. As I walk around ABC, I get 16 plus 32 plus 35 and 2/10. Let's draw. Why would I do 32 over x, though? We're talking about... No, we're trying to find the perimeter. And we don't know the perimeter, so we're going to call that x. Right, Connor? No, because we don't know this side, and we don't know this side, but I don't want to deal with multiple variables, so I'm just going to say I don't know how far it is around this figure, so I'm going to put x. The only comparison we're making, James, is between this side and this side because that's our scale factor. Because they already told us that it's similar, therefore I know that this side is compared to that side. Okay? Well, before I do all of this mess, I'm going to simplify. 16 is 2 times 8. And 24 is 3 times 8. Oops, wrong color. So it's really a scale factor of what? 2 to 3. So let's rewrite all this nice and pretty. 2 to 3 is equal to, what's 16 plus 32 plus 35 and 2/10? Somebody put that in a calculator and tell me. There's no, I want the top. We have 83 and 2/10. And now I just cross multiply. So 2x equals, what's 83 and 2/10 times 3? 249 and 6/10. Divide by 2, what do I get? X equals, we should get, I got 125 and 6/10. Am I wrong? I would be. Make sure these numbers are right. No. Is this one right, guys? 5 plus 2 is 7.
Divide that by 2, right?
Uh-huh.
And that equals 1.4.
Excellent. So that's our perimeter around this larger triangle. Okay? Questions on that? Okay, write these triangles down. Okay, so let's talk about these. Who can remember what these two segments are called?
Angle bisector.
Their altitude. Good job. What about these two?
That's an angle bisector.
It's not. It's not the angle bisector. These are medians. How did we know that what was the clue that these were altitudes? Because it goes straight down and makes a right angle. Good job, Ross. And medians? What's the clue that these are medians?
Because it splits the triangle in half.
Because it splits these two sides, right? So it's two congruent segments. I can. And these down here?
That is angle bisector.
Yes, these are angle bisectors. The other one is, because we're not talking about it with these. Okay, so this is basically stating, these theorems say that if two triangles are similar, their altitudes are similar or proportional. If these two triangles are similar, then the medians are proportional. If these are angle bisectors, then PB, it's not saying PB. Oh, that's why. That's the next one. Then this segment that cuts the angles into bisectors are proportional. Here's the one where it's opposite. This is the only one that's a little bit different. So, if CD is an angle bisector, then the segments opposite the angles are proportional to the sides. And that's why I said you had to write this one down. AD compared to DB is equal to AC compared to CB. It's a little hard to figure out. So this part right here you should write down. And make sure you label this triangle. Okay, questions on these?
Now, what are we trying to do with them?
I'm going to show you right now. Okay, I have 3 minutes, guys. I have all this will be on School Loop. Okay. So you don't need to write all this down, but you do need these two right here. Draw these two triangles. I'm going to label them for you right now. EF is 36. EG is 18. JK is 56. And it's asking us for this one. It told us that these are medians. If these are medians, I know that they're proportional. Correct? So now I just set it up. Which one do you want to go on top, the bigger one or the smaller one? Smaller? So 36 to 56 should be equal to 18 to X. This is one of these fun ones. This is 18 times 2. This is 2 times what?
14.
28. These cancel. These cancel. 1 over 28 equals 1 over X. So that's 1 times 1. That means this is 28 times 1. X equals 28. I'm just, yes.
So, you know how you said like 18 times 2 equals 36?
Yes.
Okay, now once you get why can you do 56 times 2? And then that would be X. I remember reading that in my class.
You could.
But that would be totally different.
No. Does everybody hear what he just said? Good job. No, it's right. Just, please, I don't need everybody yelling at me at once. 36 and what? 56? And this is what, 18? So this divided by 2, 56 divided by 2 equals. Good job. It was asking you what this median is. Since they're medians and similar triangles, we know that they're proportional. And that's it. Have a great day, guys.